Hey, housewives, welcome back.
Welcome back, housewives. Happy you're here. We are so excited to bring something new for you. And you are not alone.
I
You
think
know,
you've heard us say that before, a
just a
time or
timer.
two.
Yeah, I was going to say a time or two. It may have been something that you've a theme, a natural theme you've gotten from our episodes.
Yeah, we're leading into that. We really felt a couple of the guests that we were being introduced to by, just God doing his thing. It's just been amazing. We've kind of spent this last season, just us. Majority, we added a couple different guests on where we launched their books. Or
Yep.
there was something just, personal that we were like, "Hey, we need a guest on about that." So we had them on.
Yeah.
But otherwise it was just kind of us and we were leaning into just all that we were
This
going through
spring,
this spring.
this
This
spring really was
past,
just
yeah.
us, which was good. I think it was a good refresher for us.
It really brought us back to just you and I and just that authentic conversation, that fun, that humor, the hard, because we're good at that.
Yeah.
We
We're
we
really
bring it all.
yeah. And the awkward moments and
That
the
she says and I laugh at.
uh-huh. And the feelings that she feels and the feelings I don't feel.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
that's us in a recap. There you go. All that to say, this series is going to be kind of a continuum. It's going to start off strong this summer with incredible guests. You
Mhm.
guys, like her and I were talking about tough topics. What are people talking about behind closed doors, but not talking about in the church? Or what are mamas having in quiet circles with just a friend, or in a closet by themselves going, God, where is, how am I the only one doing this? And we started thinking about all these different situations where we can isolate ourselves
Yeah.
into believing that we are the only ones suffering from or suffering with. And that's just not true. There's nothing new underneath the sun.
Yeah. And I would say that so much of this came from our own natural conversations and some things that we were dealing with. And we realized that the isolation is so real because the things that you're going through bring shame and guilt that keeps you quiet. That keeps you could be in a small group, you could be in a small women's Bible study. It could be just lunch with, your family. And you're not bringing up things that you're going through because either from previous conversations, shame has been brought in, or people tend to just jump on the advice bandwagon and tell you how to handle things. And you're like, you have no idea what I've been going through, that there's no space for that right now.
Right. The lie we tell ourselves is we already know how somebody's going to react
Mhm.
when we come forward with something and say, look, I'm struggling with this. And I don't know if you guys have seen the hilarious video with a husband and wife on the couch, and the wife has the nail in her forehead, and the husband's like, he just wants to address the nail in her forehead. And she's like, you're not listening. My head is just hurting and pounding, and it's just this constant thud. And he goes, but if you take the nail out of your head, there's a nail. You're not listening. I just want to like that is
I'm
very
gonna have to see that
she
because
is
I
gonna
don't
have
know
to
what you're
because
talking
it's so freaking true because men want to fix things,
about.
right? And as
Yes.
women, sometimes we just need to say the things and process the
You
things.
just need to be heard, don't
Just
need it fixed.
exactly. And so that being said, we're not here to fix your whatever it is that you are dealing with right now, but we just want you to know that there's someone else
Mhm.
that has gone through it, is going through it, and there's hope on the other side. And God uses all things.
Yeah,
So
all things, even stories that, you may feel aren't what's the word?
I think as Christians, we have been
Ooh.
trained.
Mhm. We feel judgy.
Hmm.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yes, we
You
feel
either feel that you're going to be judged, or when a story comes to you, instantly you judge
yes,
instead of with a lens of grace and humility and just
empathy,
empathy. Yeah.
compassion.
Mhm.
And we while the situation, whatever it is, I mean, and it varies. Y'all, like the topics that we talk about over this series is going to be gender identity. It's going to be substance abuse,
Shame with abortion, having an abortion, teen
infidelity.
teen pregnancy, Christian divorce,
Yeah, that's a good one.
boundaries that need to be in place around domestic abuse.
Yeah. Like now, this is really hard for us to sell you on all these really hard topics.
Mhm.
Hey, tune in for these really tough conversations. But what we have found in having these conversations with people is one, there is still laughter,
Mhm.
there is still hope. And I'm going to,
Jesus redeems all things.
he does redeem all things. And I'm going to say, and God is where the joy is, which is, I'm really steering that from Tara Lee Cobble and the Bible recap.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yes, he
but
is
that
where the joy is.
he is where the joy is. And these conversations prove it
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
And these guests are people who have personally experienced some of these hardships and hard conversations, or have been the caretaker for someone in this situation, or who relationally has walked through it. And they have, majority of them have used these and have turned them into ministries, which is just amazing,
Yeah.
which is so encouraging for us too, because we know that God uses all things for his good. And even in just a conversation of a podcast, he can do that. He can bring peace to someone's heart. He can bring courage to someone who needs to step forward and seek help with someone who's struggling, even if it's in your family. And as a parent, this is one of the things that we've talked a lot about. And so we've recorded the majority of these episodes already, and there are more to come. So we know what's to come. But in these, I felt so seen as a parent going through things and trying to teach my kids just the goodness of God, even in these culture wars that we face day to day, even in, school troubles and in friendship troubles and in mental health struggles. No matter what the story is, you're going to see God's goodness in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to bring that hope to you, and we want to bring the light to you in and through as many stories as we can, so you continue to see, no matter what you walk through, he's right there with you.
Amen. I couldn't have said it any better. So, with that being said, housewives, get ready for this upcoming series. You are not alone. These episodes are for the one.
Amen. All right, housewives. Until next
Next time.
time. Bye.